Did have somebody call me a witch the other day because I showed them how to copy and paste on a computer.
Were you like, okay, boomer?
No, you can't do that.
Well, this play is all about being as offensive as possible.
Let's not learn from that.
Yikes. Before we begin, though, we just want to give a content warning about this play because it has some elements that might be triggering.
Like all of them.
Yes. What do you think is the best thing about this show?
Well, I think given, the offensiveness that some could take when reading this play, I think it's quite timely in the sense that America has sort of awakened to the systematic and institutionalized racism that persists in this country.
Mhm.
And I think in the wake of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and all that's happened, the explosion of the Black Lives Matter movement, and looking at plays that are historical in this sense is helpful to create dialogue and start conversations. It's a conversation starter.
What do you see as the biggest problem with the text? And I guess just pick
Problems?
one.
My biggest problem with the text is it's offensive. And I don't just mean that the play models racist and bigoted behavior as a way to illustrate problems we have in this country. I mean, the way that the play is written and structured is offensive AF. I kind of feel like the play was probably edgy in 2010 when it was first performed. But for me, it was just jaw-droppingly over the line. I mean, the very premise of the show is appropriative. At best, this is Raisin in the Sun fan fiction. But like at worst, it's a white man riding on the coattails of the remarkable work and achievements of Lorraine Hansberry, a Black woman.
Like, which character in the play is the most like you?
I don't think any of the characters are like me, but I'll take an object that is like a character in the play, and that would be the footlocker.
Mm.
Ooh,
because
I love that answer.
The footlocker.
We've never had a object answer before.
Uh-oh, I've broken new ground. Okay.
Yes.
You have opened up a whole new world for us. That's amazing.
But I was going to say the footlocker because it's this large, heavy thing that has to be brought down.
Yeah.
And it has such a presence in the play, and it comes brum, 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 brum down the steps. And then later it's opened up to pull out the suicide note. And then it just has, and then later on, it's apparently been buried in the yard, and then it's dug up and brought back into the house. And so it has such a presence in the play. And for me, that it's America. The footlocker represents America and our ugly history and our original sin. And it's just this big old heavy footlocker that just doesn't go away. It doesn't, you think it's gone,
beautiful.
but someone has dug it up in the yard and dragged it into the house. So that's my answer.
That's beautiful. I love that answer.
That's it. And we're done. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Mic drop. We haven't gotten our mics yet to drop them.
And when we do, we will not be dropping them.
We will not be dropping them.